I'm not an influential person, I influence. Because in my neighborhood, 10 blocks down from me was nothing but transsexuals.
Okay.
Bible. It was like 50 of them. And on my end was all
Okay.
right? But I didn't know at night the was merging with them.
Yeah.
Because that's how they was getting their money to sell their dope.
Wow.
Right?
Surprise.
So I come to find this out. And
how old were you when you found that out?
13, 14, 15.
Finding them, yes.
You know, so that's what made me feel like when I started around, you couldn't call me gay. Cause that's you on it before I was. You know, so and there was a lot of that going on. So when I decided to make that choice for myself, I knew that I had to carry myself with integrity and hold on to my masculine side more than that, because I could have easily been a transsexual, easy. And I'm not knocking transsexuals.
Yes.
But I love my mustache and I can pull a just as easy or
and not go through that.
When did you actually start your sexual journey? Because it sounds like you started.
I bloomed late.
Okay,
I bloomed
you were
late.
a late bloomer.
Yes.
So it was not in your teens. It was,
no. With men? No, I didn't start messing with men until like when I was in beauty school. And I really basically like I was pimping. I wasn't even trying to date them. I just wanted the money.
By pimping.
Surviving.
Yes.
What do you mean?
I was thorough. I was fine as a.
You are that now.
Thank
too.
you. Thank you. So just imagine when I'm like 19 years old.
Baby.
So this was some St. Louis pimping. You were in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pimping is pimping anywhere in the world.
Oh.
If you got that vibe, you got that vibe.
Well, but it
subjective. That's your opinion. Means it has nothing to do with me. But go ahead.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, well, I'll finish it then.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Pimping is different in different cities because there's a different way things happen in different places. It was what we had talked about this before you sat down.
Okay.
You know, that things that happen in Cleveland may happen differently than they happen in LA.
Say less.
So I was clarifying the pimping situation for the St.
So what's
Louis.
your definition of pimping? Let's get to it.
No, what you just said, pimping is pimping, no matter where it is in the world. I was just trying to clarify where you were actually exercising that and having success, so that I could globally understand where you were successful with that.
And
I love your
what's the
vernacular.
definition of a pimp for all the people who
Okay, I love your vernacular. I love it. I love it.
all the people who do not know, because a lot of people gonna
Well,
tune in.
because everybody gonna
What is
always
a
have a
pimp?
different definitions of whatever you bring to the table. For me, pimping is like I was get money from them, and sometimes I didn't even have to have sex with them. My charisma got it first.
Your mouthpiece.
Period.
I hear you.
Oh, wait a minute, I want to understand. So they were paying to be with you?
They were taking care of me, yeah, or giving me something. It had to be beneficial in some way.
I got it. Were they also doing stuff for other people for money and then giving you the money?
I don't know. That had nothing to do with me. Long as I got what I needed.
Not pimping in that sense. So not pimping in the sense
way
of
that
how
I
I
would
Yeah,
understand
no, that's
pimping.
another form of pimping. Yeah.
So
there
that's
you
not
go.
what you...
No, my pimping means when you get money from somebody for something. That's pimping for me.
Okay.
You got flued out.
Yeah, all the time. People, I had coming from all over the world to St. Louis.
Yeah.
I'm a money sexual.
Oh, I like that, and you own that power.
Money sexual.
A sexual.
Is that still... Are you money sexual today as well?
Yes, I am.
You about
Going to the
get
highest bidder.
I heard that. I love it.
Male
'cause
or female, doesn't
money
matter.
makes this world go
Money
round.
sexual.
Many
Yes, it
people don't
does.
want to admit that.
Yes, it
Money
does.
sexual. I like that term.
When did you
Hashtag
decide,
money
what
sexual.
age were you when it came together for you and it started making some sense and you decided, hey, like you said, I'm gonna use discretion and I'm gonna get my money.
What does
Go
that
ahead,
mean?
take it from
The
there.
discretion piece.
Discretion means how you do what you do. You know, I'm gonna be smooth, calculated, and it's my business. It ain't everybody's business.
Go on and preach
what
it.
I do. Now, however, getting back to you, when you asked me about what I had an intervention from my aunt. My family is very spiritual. And I'm grounded in reality and spirituality, and even though I'm a sinner, right? But my auntie came to me, my dad's mama, Aunt Simone. She called my mom and she said, I had a dream about Anthony. This is when she first got saved and she was zealous for the Lord. On fire, right? And she called my mom and she was like, what is going on with Anthony? She asked my mom and she said, my mama running her mouth. Told her my business. Somebody, Anthony is selling drugs, you know.
A lot of us did that from the hood.
Had to. And she said, Anthony is also messing with men. So my aunt met up with me, right? And she was like, the spirit that you have does not align with this life that you have. I said, so talk to me. What should I be doing? If you my elder, what should I be doing? And she said, you know what I'm gonna do? She said, are you open to going to beauty school? I'm like, I don't care. She said, I'm gonna put you in beauty school, give you $1,000, buy you what I needed from the dude that I wanted. I said, I want a coat from him, a leather coat. and I need some money, like $1,000. She said, I'm gonna give you $1,000, buy your leather coat, and I'm putting you in beauty school. I'm gonna pay your intuition to get into beauty school.
God.
Get into beauty school, and that's when it all happened. That's when I started to change my life, right? And never thought that I would ever do her. I just did that just to appease them. So I'm from the city, the north side of St. Louis, the Gutterville, USA.
Come on now, you owning it.
Gutterville, USA. Then I'm going to beauty school in the suburbs, right? So I'm dating like 5 girls at the beauty school, right? A girl from the city who did not like me, she knew that I messed around. She knew my business.
Hello?
I saw her coming to beauty school. When she came in that door, I left right out. Because I knew what her intent was. She was coming to tell my business.
Yes.
And I moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin 3 days later because I couldn't handle that.
And what you do when you get there?
I started doing her and I was selling drugs. My story is from rocks to locks.
Oh.
From rocks to locks. I went from doing her.
So did you finish
Selling
beauty
drugs.
school?
No, walked out.
Not that one. No, I ended up going. Went to Milwaukee and got under apprenticeship. And I went to MATC.
Okay.
Then life happened again, another experience, you know. And it was a beautiful thing.
The question for Cheryl that includes you, because you've used some terms and it reminds me of Cheryl. She protests when we say that black people were slaves. She said, no, we're not slaves. We were enslaved. We were kings and queens. But the N-word, no protest there. And that's a more damaging term. That's more like literally offensive, but there's no protest. And I'm wondering, how is that okay?
Well,
But this is, you know, Cheryl protests.
Okay, yeah, because that ain't got nothing to do with me. If you don't like that, you don't like that, and I'm out of that. I digress.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I use that verbiage, and I can't defend it.
Exactly. And that's really, I wanted to know why you think it's okay, but the word slave is not okay, but the N-word is okay.
Well, I always say I'm from the ghetto, not of the ghetto.
Facts.
And I when I left my household first time, I heard stupid. I turned around like, did you call? So when I saw poetic justice, I realized that's how I sound. So I decided to use it for a purpose. So I only use the N-word unless I'm making a point. And that's how I use that. So I respect you.
Yeah, and this is your natural way of speaking. I just, you know, for me, every time I hear it, it hurts. It's
The world has gotten
Do either
so
one of
sensitive.
you? Let me ask you.
Hold on.
Yes, go ahead.
No, finish your thought.
The world has gotten so sensitive with words. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And that's big facts. I have been called a 3 times in my life, and each time it was a teachable moment for each one of them. They called me that. You can't hurt me with your word. Now, if you touch me, that's something different. Your word means nothing, and your opinion of me means absolutely nothing to me. That's how you feel. You can project.
It's not about someone calling you that, because you've used the term a lot, so you've called other people
No,
that.
I'm making a point. Now, I'm talking about the connotation. Like, we already know that. Come on now. In this community, we can do that all day. It's taboo if somebody else do it.
Yeah.
But my point I'm making now is like everybody's so sensitive to words. I read an article yesterday where they want to take away and call what we know as your mother, mama, birth in person, to say, but the caption had on the picture, which I had a teachable moment with Exotic Hottie from St. Louis. Shouts out, thank you for checking me, because I stand to be corrected.
Okay now.
Stand to be corrected. She said, the post you just made about the situation, this is about trans men. A trans man had went into the hospital, had a baby, and got offended because somebody called her a mother. A mother.
Yes, you're right. Mother.
A mother.
Yes.
I'm crystal clear right now.
Yes.
So, a mother.
But they wanted to be called the father.
Whatever they wanted to call it, that's delusional.
Okay.
Like metaverse. You want to go live in a place that ain't real? Anyway. But they put on the caption, a transgender woman, right? That was about trans men. And that took a hit to the transgender women when it should have been a trans man up there. But even so, how you gonna call her a birth in person? But everybody's so sensitive, and the Democrats is pushing this.
It was a trans man who wanted to be identified as the father, but because they gave birth.
That's delusional. You were born
Oh,
what you
gosh.
was.
So so I think
That's what I'm
this is
saying.
like, this is not the place to call
Okay.
trans people delusional.
No, well, that's how I feel. That's my opinion.
And that is
once
true.
Again.
That is
and it
true.
shouldn't mean nothing to you, and it shouldn't offend you.
Okay.
But
That's my
it's
opinion.
extremely offensive to, I think.
You saying extremely offensive.
to the show.
And that's subjective.
To the
and
the
I apologize.
audience.
And listen, no, I apologize if anybody took offense to that, but I'm gonna stand on how I feel.
You gotta have your opinion. And that's
I'm sorry.
it. All I can say is
sorry.
that your
I just want to
opinion
tell
is valid.
you, I saw that post and I did see it, but it was with a transgender woman.
Right.
With
Laverne Cox.
Yes, with Halle Berry, I believe was
Yes.
on it as well, and it called it sort of birthing mother versus
Transgender
woman, and so, but I do know that other story, which was around the trans man who had given birth and was very resentful of being called a mother.
Yeah,
and
two different
so it was
things.
two different
things.
scenarios on this